Oh, good morning. Didn't sleep as good last night, but I think it's I don't have this hammock adjusted properly. It's all good though. I'm about to get up. So far, it's a beautiful morning. The birds are singing. And get me some tea on the go and head back out to the Jeep and try to find that canoe launch so I can get out to those alligators today. So, coyotes did howl again last night. Not until about 3:30 or so. And they were once again just before dawn. But hopefully I captured some of them on audio. Because I woke up and I hit the button. Still pretty tired though. Alright, let's get the day on the go. These are all fresh tracks right here from either this morning or during the night. You can see my boot right here, but that's when I was coming back yesterday. And those are all canine. There is a bobcat over here, but yeah, those are all coyote tracks. That's pretty wild. They got a lot of those boys out here, I tell you. I was a little disappointed that they didn't start howling earlier last night, but waking me up at 3 a.m. howling right next to camp like that. Like, hey, check this out. Let's do this real quick. All those campers in there, let's wake them up.
Well, I've made it to the Jeep, and I'm gonna see if I can find this canoe launch and get downriver and see some of these big alligators. They were right. Everyone I spoke to about this little section of river here said that there's some very large alligators in here, and they weren't kidding. I've seen some monsters in here today, and I don't exaggerate. I can say, hey, that's a big alligator, but oh man, there's some huge alligators along this stretch of river, and I gotta tell you, man, when you see one that size just slide off into the water in front of you, it's just like, what have I got myself into? So apparently, down near the end of this little track right here, the river does carry on past it, but where I plan on going today, there's like some serious monsters that like to hang out. So that's what I'm doing. Left my campsite way back there. Just, I'm not nervous, I'm not scared or anything. It's just I don't know what to expect, and I don't want to miss an opportunity to capture some really big old gators on film. One thing I've learned very, very quickly as soon as I got into this section of the river was stay away from the banks. Stay in the middle as much as possible, because you can come around a corner, real close corner, these high grasses just like this, or a high bank covered in some trees or some willows, and you can't see it, and you come around that corner and it's right there in your face. It's like, you know, and they panic and go tearing off into the water and make a big splash, and it's pretty frightening, and I don't really want one of those guys up in my face. I mean, you can kind of see how close this bank is here, and all it has to do is just slide out. So, but yep, this place has got some monster alligators in it. Let's see if we can get some of these on film. Yeah, all these wildflowers on the bank smell really, really good. And they're full of bees. Lots of bees. So many, in fact, that you can hear it humming. Lake. Let the wind carry me out to where I'm going on the other end. But I can see some pigs way over there. Looking at them through the scope. Way over there on the opposite bank. It would have been cool to see them guys in camp. Get those guys on camera. But man, they're nearly a mile away from here. I don't know what the fishing's like out here. But I am seeing a lot of tilapia beds. there's a lot of really big alligators in this pond. I got one over here like 20 feet from me. Bunches of them over here acting the fool between each other. Probably like competing for dominance. I want to be the king of the pond. But yeah, there's a great big old bull alligator sitting up on the bank right here. And he lifted his head up, and, and his head was like my arms like this, and come crashing his jaws back down on top of the water. Splash! Sound like a drum. But yeah, this is something bizarre. This is really, really cool. They're everywhere out here. There's probably 100 alligators in this little spot right here. There you go, look at there, huh? Did not expect that. Just having some fun, throwing a line in. I gotta mark it down though. Okay, these guys got spines on them, so you gotta be careful. There's one here and one here. Alright, so you gotta be real gentle. But he's a nice boy, look at that. Easy boy. Come on now. Come on now. Quit smacking around. Gotcha. Yeah. Whoa, look at here. I'm gonna let him go. Do not want to attract these gators. Do not want to bring them boys in. They love fish like that. Wow. That was awesome. Let's throw this line in again and see if we can do that again. Caught him on a 7-inch red shad. But this one had been sitting in the car for a couple weeks, so it's not quite as red as it used to be. So let's go ahead and change it out to a different lure. Well, I'm gonna start heading back. I don't want to be out here too late, especially in unfamiliar territory like this, and hanging around with all these big old baddies in this little pond here. No, that ain't gonna happen. So I'm going to start heading back. Let's see what we get into on that.